These are the top 10 most expensive Pokemon cards ever sold.
2, 1, pull it!
People are going nuts for Pokemon cards.
Short for Pocket Monsters, Pokemon began as a popular game in the 90s and evolved into an animated series and even a movie.
But what's causing all the fuss now are these cards.
Pokemon card collecting has been a big part of a lot of people's lives, especially me. When I was a kid, I remember my dad used to take me and my two brothers every single week to get a new base set pack. We actually ended up completing the entire set, and I wish that we would have kept them because not only are they super nostalgic to me, but they could have been worth a lot of money today. Prices have skyrocketed in the past few years for Pokemon cards, so now let's go over the most expensive ones ever. Also, I'd love to hear what your guys' experiences have been with collecting Pokemon cards yourself down in the comments below. We just hit 500 subscribers, so I also want to thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate the support, you guys are the best. Alright, back to the video. The 10th card on this list is a 1996 Japanese base set Venusaur with a no rarity symbol signed by the illustrator Ishihara Arita. In English, we're used to the first edition for higher value in the base set cards, but in Japanese, when the rare star symbol in the bottom right is missing, it means higher value and it's also extremely rare. The signature from Ishihara Arita also helps to bring this card higher up on this list, and it sold for $55,000 in November of 2021. The 9th card on this list is one that you may not be super familiar with. It is the Japanese Tropical Mega Battle Win promo card. That is a big title for one card. Only 12 Tropical Win cards were produced as promo cards for the 1999 Tropical Mega Battle, a precursor to the Pokemon World Championships. The Tropical Mega Battle saw 50 players from around the globe take part in a tournament for the trading card game in Honolulu, Hawaii. The only way to participate was to win a battle in your local region and earn an invite, making it an exclusive event for the best Pokemon trainers in the world. This reminds me of the first Pokemon movie, where Mewtwo sends out invites to the best trainers in the world and he has Dragonite deliver them by mail. Man, I love that Dragonite. He's just doing his job and he's loving life. This particular Tropical Mega Battle promo card, the 1999 Japanese language copy of it, has sold for auction for as much as $65,000 in PSA Gen Mint 10, with the recent record-breaking sale taking place in October 2020. PSA estimates its value to be as high as $148,000, making this ultra-rare card a contender for one of the most expensive Pokemon cards ever made. The 8th card on this list is another rare card, that being Secret Battle #1 Trainer. Yes, that's the actual name. I've never heard of this card before I made this list. In 1999, the Pokemon Company hosted regional contests in Japan. Winners received a #1 Trainer Pokemon card, which granted them access to the final that took place in a secret location, named Super Secret Battle. The special TCG tournament had a lot of mystery surrounding it. The rare Pokemon card featured was a silhouette of Mewtwo. In July 2020, the Japanese promo card sold for an astonishing $90,000. 7th on this list comes from the year 2006 and was given out as a trophy card to the finalists of the Pokemon World Championships held in Anaheim, California. In order to claim the card, players had to gain entry to the tournament by collecting enough points to qualify them and make it to the finals in their divisions. Just 3 copies of the 2006 trainer card are believed to exist, easily making it one of the rarest Pokemon cards in existence. Its rarity also means it commands a high price, with a copy graded a PSA 9 selling for just over $110,000 in February of 2021. The card itself features fan favorite Pikachu, of course, holding aloft a silver trophy. The card reads, "If you won this card at the 2006 Pokemon Trading Card Game World Championships, you may return to battle the best in 2007. The 6th card on this list is a classic and one of my favorites, that being Lugia, first edition from Neo Genesis, getting a BGS 10. There have only ever been 41 PSA 10s, but there's only been 2 BGS 10s. Thanks to its popularity and its rarity, this Pokemon card sold for $50,000 in a PSA 10 in 2020. The BGS 10 copy, though, sold for $144,000 in May of 2021. Coming in at 5th is the Kangaskhan Family Event Trophy card. This card came from the earliest years of the TCG, given to participants from the 1998 Parent-Child Mega Battle Tournament held in Japan. As the name implies, teams are made up of parents and children, and those who achieved a set number of victories during the tournament were given this trophy card. The only time it was ever up for grabs, having never been mass-produced, making it one of the rarest promo cards available. Following the sale of a PSA 7 card in June 2020, it sold for $35,000. A copy of this card and a Gen Mint 10 from PSA sold on eBay in October for over $150,000, making the already rare card one of the most valuable cards sold in recent years. Number 4 on this list is the first card that isn't vintage. This card is the most recent card to make headlines because of its value. This card sold for nearly $250,000 on auction of April 26, 2021. This card depicts Pokemon's company founder and current president, Tsunekazu Ishihara, and was given to the Pokemon staff as a celebration of this man's 60th birthday in 2017. What makes this card even more rare is that he signed this card himself, which rose that value up to $250,000. And now to the top 3. Number 3 being one of only 2 Pokemon cards in existence, making it extremely rare. This card sold in auction in January 2021 for $360,000. This rare Pokemon card was created in 1998 as a presentation piece by Magic the Gathering's maker Wizards of the Coast to convince Nintendo of Japan executives to allow it to handle the TCG's English language release. Now, as we know, Wizards of the Coast doesn't make Pokemon cards anymore. The last set that they released was Skyridge, but it's still really cool that there's only 2 of this card in existence, and while only 2 of these cards were ever produced, this is the only one that has been seen publicly, and even more impressively, it was graded a near mint 8.5 level by CGC. The location and state of the other presentation card remains unknown, meaning that this could be the only one left. Number 2, which you expected for this list, is the thick lizard himself, Charizard Shadowless First Edition PSA 10. A mint condition Shadowless holographic PSA 10 Charizard sold at auction in October 2020 for $220,000 to the rapper Logic, setting a new record at the time. That record was then broken in November 2020 after a copy sold at auction for $350,000, before being broken once again a month later, selling at auction for $369,000. Now, 1 year later after that, the record was finally broken once again, selling a PSA 10 Charizard in March 2022 for $420,000. The number 1 most expensive Pokemon card ever sold was the Pikachu Illustrator, which sold for $5.275 million in July of 2021. Now that is a lot of McDonald's McDoubles right there. Hold on, let me check. That would be 4 million of them. What would you rather have, Pikachu Illustrator or 4 million McDoubles? It's the true holy grail of Pokemon card collecting, and only one PSA 10 is known to exist. YouTuber Logan Paul bought the Illustrator card in exchange for a PSA 9 version of the same card said to be worth $1.2 million, plus an additional $4 million on top of that. He bought it in 2021. The private sale wasn't announced until he wore it around his neck at the WWE wrestling event WrestleMania in 2022, where he was given the world record for the most expensive Pokemon trading card ever sold. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. Anything you guys do to support the channel, it means the world to me, so thank you. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the video, whatever you want to do. I appreciate anything you guys do, so thank you. Hope you guys have a great day, and peace out.